Hi guys, and welcome to MySQL connection in C# using XAMPP. Let me show you guys how this works. And right here I have my XAMPP server right there that I'm using, and I also have my database. If you click on that, you should be able to see the database. I'm now going to click on PhpMyAdmin. Right here, that's the database that I'm working with. I'm going to minimize that and minimize this. So let me show you guys how this works. I can always select anything in there and delete it, or I can search. Supposing I want to search for this 5512. There we go, and that is it right there, 5512. Supposing I decide to add new data in there, just come in here and just say the name is Tom. Bobby. Oh, that should be Tom. Okay. And we have the student ID. The name is Tom, and the surname is Bobby. It's an uppercase there. An address, and we can call it as Treehouse. Wait. Telephone number, and email. BobbyTom@gmail.com. There we go. If I click on add, there we go. And right here is the details of Tom. Okay, look at it right there. One other thing we can do is we can update. Look at Peter Parker. So let's assume we want to update the telephone number of Peter Parker. So I can just maybe select all of these and that's the new phone number of Peter, and maybe we update the email address, so we can just say that is Parker and click on updates right here. And just for your information, look at Peter Parker there. So let's click on update and see what's going to happen. Updates. Okay, data successfully updated. Click on OK, and right there you can see Peter telephone number change and the email address has changed as well. We can delete. Let's say we want to delete Johnson. Click on delete. But before then, remember I updated this. Let's go into the database and be sure that that is updated in the database. So I'm going to just kind of like refresh that, and let's look for Peter Parker. Look at it, Peter Parker, and the database has changed as well. The telephone number has also changed. Alright, so I'm going to delete something from there. Let's say we want to delete John Johnson. So come right in there, John Johnson, click on delete. There we go, John Johnson details is gone. If we go into my database again, just refresh, and we should be able to see that John Johnson details is gone. One other thing is when you click on delete, you can always wipe all of this out, but I did not. So I can always add it back. So let's click on add, and John Johnson is back on the system. There we go, guys. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take you guys straight into C# development environment, and we'll put one of these together, but then we can also print. Just click on print, and that is it right there. Okay, there's a lot of functionality in here, and for those of you who intend to go one step further, you can always improve on this. So I'm going to exit out. No, I don't want to exit. Yes, I do want to exit. So let's start a new project. I'm going to right click in here and let's select Visual Studio. There we go. Give my project a name. Click on create and I'm going to give it a name. Select C Sharp. C Sharp, the template I'm using is Windows Forms Application.net. Windows Forms Application.net. That is it right there. Make sure you select the .net version. Click on next once you've selected that. There we go. Give your project a name, CS underscore connect XAMPP SQL. SQL. Okay, that will do. Alright, I'm going to save that. Click on save. There we go. My development environment is ready. I'm just going to define the size of this form now. Come right here and just define the size of the form. There, that is my form. Next, I'm going to add. Let's add one of these components. Let's look for plain. There we go. Just drag it out much. So now we'll change the back color of that very plain to cadet blue. Let's go to back color right here. Cadet blue. There we go. And copy it. Hold on to Control, click and drag. We have two. Okay, so let's move it up a little bit. And just break it that much. And just drag this all the way down. I'm going to copy this again. Click and drag. And bring this right down. We'll do that. Take it up a little bit. And bring it right down. That's good. I'm going to copy it again one more time. So let's copy. I'm going to bring this here. I need something up there. I'll copy this. Hold on to the control, click and drag. And this one that I have in there, I'm going to change the color to control. There. Now, we need one more. Copy, bring it right up here. There we go. And copy that one more time. You don't have to go through all of these. But if you want to, the choice is yours. Control. And let's copy this again. Bring it in here. And take it right down. Copy this. Take it right up here. There we go. Now it's taking shape. Okay, so let's add some components on board now. So here, go to Toolbox. I need some buttons here. And this button, I will make the font about 28. Bold, 28. And hold on to the control, click and drag. We have 4. And I think maybe I should add one more. Let's come right here, click, drag, click and drag. There. Now I'm going to add one more. Click and drag. That's going to be up here. Now I need a text box. come right down here, grab all of the text box. That's going to be for my search engine. Let's click on this and multi-line. Okay, I need more text box. One here. And the size of that text box, I'm going to make it 20, maybe 22. There we go. And just copy this across. Copy. And one more. 6 of those. Okay, these buttons, I think I'm going to need one more. So I'm just going to make it about 6 there as well. Yeah, copy, bring it down. Okay, so let's add labels. Right here, I have one label there, in this here, and these 2 labels. This very one here. Let's change the font size. Make that 28, 22, 22 bold. I think 28 might do. 28. And change the font of that to maybe students. Let's say student ID. It's good. So let's copy it. Hold on to the control, click and drag. And there we go. Now up here, let's change this to something much more readable. So I'm going to call that MySQL connection in C#, and change the font size to something much more readable. Maybe 40, and let's see how that's going to look like. That looks a bit too small. And I'm going to change the font to that blue as well. Let's make it about 48 and see. Okay, change the font. Change its color to cadet blue. There we go, guys. Now it's taking shape. Alright, so this is going to be known as, so I'll call that btn search, and the test content on it is search. Okay, I suppose you guys get that. This is going to be add new. So we can call that btn add new. That, so the text should just be add new, and the variable name is btn add new. Okay, so I will now speed that up. This is going to be btn update. So let's speed it. There we go. Okay, that is how it's looking now. Move this up because I want to add a better grid view. Let's come here, there we go, grab all of that and just drag it that much. There we go. Okay, we have a better grid view on board now. That is how it's looking. If I run it, let's click on run. As you can see, it's kind of like cropped here, so I'm going to just put together a line of code. So let's double click on this, and I'm going to go into initialize here. So let's say this. dot size, that will be equals as follows. So I'm going to accept that. So I'm going to call that about 1250 by 750. Close that. Okay, one other thing, maybe let's say this dot start position. Yeah, I'm just going to get it centered here as well. That's good. And while I'm up here, I might as well declare some variable that I intend to use. I'm going to be needing bitmap. So let's say bitmap. And this bitmap, I'm just going to call it bitmap as well. Okay, that's the object I intend to use. Then I'm going to save, run. You see that, guys? That's how it's looking now. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to exit out. All right, let's go up here. You see, you can always download XAMPP if you don't have one on your system. Just click on that, and that's it. Just get that downloaded and install it. There's some tutorial on board online on YouTube on how to get it installed. But then once you finish installing it, this is how the control looks like. You make sure I restart. Let's assume it's off. I'm going to open it entirely, just start all over. Okay, just click on admin and click on admin here. All right. Next, you now want to create your database. I already have a database that I intend to use, which is this one, but I'm going to create another one. So you click on database and I'm going to give it a name. So this very database, I'm going to call it student with an S. Okay, the first one is just student. This one has an S. Then say create. Click on create. And here it's asking you what's going to be the name of your table. I'm also going to call that students with an S as well. And how many fields or columns? I have 6. Click on create. Now the first column is going to be known as student ID. Then we have first name, then surname, and I'm going to enter address here. Let's enter right spelling for that address, and here mobile phone, email. And I'm going to just say this email is going to be voucher, and this one voucher as well. As for the telephone address, is going to be voucher. Surname the same, first name, and the ID. I'm just going to leave that as integer. So let's come right here to the right here. If you select this, that means auto increment. I'm not going to bother with that. I'm just going to assign primary key. Click on go. That's going to be my primary key, and the length or the value, I'm going to make that about, let's say 5. And here the value 50 and 50 here, 50 or 80, or make that 100. That's address. I'm going to make this about 12. No, let's make it 11. And here, email. Yeah, 50, that will do. And that's it, my database is ready. So I'm going to then click on, if you want to view the SQL, you can always click on that and view the SQL. Okay, if you are good at it, you can even use that in other applications. Now come straight in here where we have save. Click on save. There we go, my database is ready. This is called students with an S. Okay, now Minimize this and let's go straight into my program. This is my program right there, or my project. Double click on the form, and right here where we have public partial class 1, I am going to initialize my database. Let's say string. Communicate with the string, that is the name of my object, that is going to be equals server. That equals local server, my local host, column, database, and that is going to be equals students with the net students, column UID, and that will be equals the root. That's user ID equals the root. And the password. My password is going to be nothing. So I'm going to say password equals nothing. We'll come right here. There we go. And that is it. My database is now connected. But don't let us assume it's all connected yet. Before I go any further, I now need to grab hold of my database itself. Although I've connected it, I should have go straight into project, click on projects, because I need the database engine itself. So project here, come right here, you see where we have manage NuGet package. Click on that, then click on the browse, then right there enter MySQL, and MySQL that I'm working with, it that is it, MySQL dot data. Select that and click on install. You must install that. Okay, click on apply and agree. I accept. And that's it. MySQL is now officially installed in my application. So I'm going to close that. Now back in here, you see where we have all of these objects here. I'm going to import MySQL now. So let's say using MySQL dot data dot MySQL client. There. Now I'm also going to install MySQL X. So let's say MySQL X with an X dots hub. Yeah. All right, that'll be a lowercase. Okay, then that's fine. Okay, so we don't know if this is connected or not. So to do that, I'm just going to play around with the system. Okay, let's see if this is connected. So I'm going to maybe use one of these buttons, or I can just create one. Okay, let's use this. All right, right in there, I'm going to use try cache. That will handle any error that I might run into, just in case. Try cache, and it's actually very helpful to use that. That we identify whatever error that I may have. All right, and in here, I'm just going to say exception. Yeah, there we go. And my error message, let's say message box dot show, and let's enter $, and just give me and error that call. So it's going to let me know the exact location of my error just in case. And I'm now going to call my object here called ex.message ex.message and semicolon here. So if there's any error, this body here will tell me what's going on. Now, try cache. So I want it to first of all try as follows. I already have my connection up here. Look at it. So I don't need to call that anymore. I need the name of my connector. Connect strings. So I'm now going to come in here now. Let's say using my SQL connection. So that is known as con. So let's accept that and just paste that in here. And here I want to enter there. Instead of double N and just call it con. That will do. Alright, so let's use statement block. So I'm going to ask it to one.open. No, dot open. This will be uppercase. Let me call here. Alright, get rid of this. Okay. Now I'm going to use an if statement. If connection state equals connection state dot open. Let's say if connection state equals, said it's not. I'm going to just say equals connection state dot open. Then we want a message box to display. So I'm just going to grab all of this on the message box to say something. Connection created successfully, something like that. So come right here and just say connection created successfully. Connection is successful. Okay. Connection is successful. Else, let's just say connection failed. We'll grab all of this. Connection failed. There we go. Alright. So have a good look at my connection tester code from here down here. I believe you guys can see that. I just want to use it to check. So I'm going to click on start. Now, session time. I will click on this button. Let's see. We do have an error. Okay. Unable to connect to any of the my SQL host. At least there's no, it didn't break the system. It just tell me it's unable to connect. So let's see what I've done wrong. Okay. Back here in my code, everything seems right. Let's go up here. Oh dear, look at that. Connection host. That was supposed to be an H. Local host. Okay, local host. So let's try it one more time. Run. There we go. Look at that. See that, guys? That's working fine. All right. That's brilliant. So let's take care of these easy ones before we go into serious programming. Double click on the reset button. Okay, with the reset button, first of all, I'm going to let's say dialog results, that is going to be known as iExit. And iExit is meant to display the following message. So iExit that equals message box dot show, and that is going to be, let's say, confirm if you want to exit. That's my first argument. I'm going to enter the second argument. That is just going to be my title, SQL Connect. Argument number 2 in comma. Argument number 3, that is going to be message box buttons. And I'm just going to select yes or no. That's good. One more argument, and that is going to be the message box. Let's see, message box icon. So let's grab hold of an icon. The icon that I want is question mark. There we go. And if iExit equals yes, then if it's equals yes, I want the application not exit. There we go. That's it. That takes care of exit. There. Now let's take care of reset. Double click on reset. With the reset, I just need to say txt. Let's go for this ID dot. Let's say clear. That's for the first one. There. The next txt, first name. You can just say the text equals string dot empty. That's another method. Okay. That's another method to clear. We can use dot text equals there. That's another method. Okay. We have 3 different ways to clear. So let's say txt address dot clear, txt mobile dot clear, so txt email dot clear. I also have txt reset, no, search dot clear. There we go. All right, so that's my clear function. So you have 3 different ways to reset. Okay, there's other ways that you can use as well. All right, so let's just move this one elsewhere. Okay, it's all the same. Okay, now we've taken care of that, and I want the system to clear the whole function as soon as it starts. All right, I'm going to go in here. Let's click on form load. When the form load, I want the btn reset button. Okay, that will be underscore click. Okay, open a bracket, sender, comma, e. So if there's any data on it, it will first of all clear it for us. There we go. Okay, let's say we enter some data now, just to check if our clear works. Reset, you see that? Click, there we go. Now, I want to show you guys the purpose of this. Look at this, it's just a reset. So I'm going to go in here inside the add new. This is just to show you guys what's happening. Okay, so I'm going to paste that in here. Then let's run it. We have some data in there. If I click on add new, just want to check if it's connected or not. You see, plays and it's telling me it's connected. Okay, that's the purpose of my reset here. Okay, so I'm going to come back to this because I intend to use this. And all of this is just to check if the connector or the connection is working. Okay, guys, what I want to do now is to use this my add button to actually add data straight into my data view here. So I'm going to stop that. But one thing that I want to do is, you see, this is just for testing these lines of code in here. I'm going to actually maybe add one more button that I will use to carry out the testing to make sure the lines of code are in there. So I'm going to bring this down a little bit. Okay, yeah, that will do. Let's go in here. You don't have to do this. It's because I've already written that code. I do not want to delete it. So in here, I'm just going to enter text database or text connection. Text connection, something like that. Yeah, that will do. Okay, you don't have to do that. If you want to, go ahead and do it. I don't want to delete these very lines of code. So I'm going to no, hold on. Let's give this a name as well. So that I'm just going to call that BTN. BTN, text connection. Okay, so double click on my add new. So I'm going to grab hold of the lines of code from where we have try. Just cut it off. Okay, I only have the reset button there. The reset lines of code. Double click on this and paste that in here. So instead of me deleting it, like I said, you don't have to do this. All right. Okay, that's fine. Now this one here. Let's take care of that. Double click on add new data. So first of all, I'm going to open up as follows. Well, I can even copy one or two things in here. So I want to copy all of these here. Copy this. So just grab hold of all of these again and paste that in here. Double click on this and just come right here. Where is it? Add new. And just paste it right there. Okay, so I'm going to delete this content here. There. Now I'm going to say using MySQL command. So using in lowercase, using, open up a bracket, MySQL command. Here we go. Accept that, and I'm just gonna get rid of this one. Dot create command. Enter the parentheses, and let's enter statement block. Okay. Now let's say command dot command text. So this is where I'm now using SQL. So I'm going to ask it to insert into students with S. Students, the following. So that is going to be the first one is going to be student ID. If you guys can still recall, student ID, comma, first name. Those are the columns that I have in my SQL. We have surname, so which is right here. Okay, look at this. Surname, address, mobile, email. So let's come back in here. So we have address, comma, mobile, comma, and email. All done. I'm now going to say plus, and I want to use some value in there. Let's come down in here and just say values, and that is going to be as follows. Let's put them all in a bracket. These are my values, but I'll change them. Let's change the first letter to lowercase. So that's going to be at student ID. So let's just put at in all. At first name, at surname, at address, at mobile, at email. There we go. And here, enter. Now, I'm now going to use parameters to get each data. So let's come in here now and say command dot parameters dot add dot add with value. And what is the value that I'm adding right now? I'm going to be adding student ID. Grab all of that and paste it right here. Student ID, undo that, undo that. Do it again, paste student ID, cover that up, comma, and that's going to be txt student ID dot text dot string text dot string. And that's the first one taken care of. So I can just copy this now. That would be easy. I have 5 more. One more. Okay then, that's it. So grab hold of first name, paste. Surname, paste. Address, paste. And mobile. Paste that in there for mobile. And email. Okay, let's change the names around officially. So this is going to be first TXT first name, and this one is TXT surname, TXT address, TXT mobile, and email. Brilliant. Okay, so let's just say command dot execute non-query, and that will be all for that. Command dot execute non-query. Brilliant. So if that does work, so we just want a message box to be displayed. So the data is successful, something like that. So grab hold of this, and then yeah, that will be message box. Let's say data, no, data is successfully updated or added, whatever. Close that. There we go. Okay, once the data is successfully updated, I'm going to copy this my reset button and just put it right here. Now reset the whole system again, clear the text box, and we can just start all over. Now this exception here, I'm going to leave this. Let's create another exception for the database itself. So I'm going to come right underneath here, maybe copy this, dump this underneath here, and here this is going to be MySQL exception. MySQL exception. So what message do I want to show? Okay, database error or something like that. An error. Oh, okay, and let's come in here, comma. Let's say the error that is going to be, so comma, the message box button, message box. So let's just say message box dot okay. Okay, I'm going to enter another argument that's going to also be message box dot error. Let's see, I might as well type it out. Dot error. There we go. All right. That should be icon, message box icon dot error. There we go. All right, that's fine. So that is taken care of. Now the one underneath here, this is just for the, if there's any error on the MySQL, and this one is just going to be for general error message. So all right, let me make it different. So this one is, I'm going to change this one to database error so that I will know. Database error. Database error. Yeah, that'll do. And this one is just going to be an error. Pause. And here, error message. You can just grab hold of all of these and paste. There we go. Nice one. All right. So now decision time. All I just need to do now is to test it out and make sure it's working. Okay, let's see. Click on run. So I'm going to enter reg number. Okay, student ID. And here, what's the name? So let's just say Felix. Felix Rogner. An address 33 Yola Way. And number, there we go. Email. So let's just say Frogner at Gmail. There we go. So I'm going to click on add, but before then, let me show you guys my database again. So hopefully it should work. Let's see, students with an S. No, it's not this one. Close this. All right, that's it. That's the new one. This one here. Okay, this is mine. Okay, that's it. There's nothing in there as you can see. So I'm going to click on add. Said I do have an error. Look at here. Student ID in the field. Let me check out my field. What is the student ID called? There's a T there. I think I'm missing a T. So okay, that's my student ID. Let's go back in there. Oh, I put a D. So exit out. Yeah, let's come right here. Look at it. See that? Yeah. So correct that. Correct this as well. And this as well. There's nothing like student ID. And they should be up lowercase. Okay. Let's be sure everything is fine. Okay. Let's run it one more time. Run. And here it's only 5 characters, and the name is going to be, let's say, Samson or Sammy. Sammy Stanmore. Address 7 Kings Road. Number and map is going to be sammy@gmail.com. Click on add. Here we go. It's successful. Look at that. I'm going to click on OK. As soon as I click on OK, it will clear it ready for more data. But then let me show you my database. Check that out. There's nothing in there. So I'm going to click on OK there. So let's go in there and I'm going to just refresh my database. And check that out. That is Sammy's details right there. So it's working, guys. That's brilliant. So let's add more data in there. And I'm just going to add my name, address, son. All right. So let's see. Maybe one more. Yeah. Email. Gmail.com. Click on add. There we go. Click on OK. Let's go into the database. Refresh. There we go. That's my details there. Okay, it's working the way we want. So I want to be able to view all of the data or see all of the data that I have in my database. So I'm going to exit out and let's click on the form load. You see right underneath the form initialize here, I'm going to enter the following. So let's just grab hold of this, paste it right underneath it. So, and I'm going to call it maybe upload database, upload, upload data, something like that. Yeah, upload data, that will do. So now that is going to be a function that should upload all the data. So the first of all, let me grab hold of one or two things inside here. So let's double click on this and just grab hold of the following. Okay, that would do. Let me go back in here. Is that there? Right. So I'm going to get rid of this. I just need my SQL command. There we go. And get rid of this one as well. So I'm going to use my SQL connection pound equals new. There. Okay. This. Right. So next, now I want this very command. Let's say command that is going to be dot equals command dot create command. Then we then say command dot command text, and that is going to be equals using SQL statement select all from students. There. Okay, select all from student, and I want my SQL reader to take care of that for me. So let's say do that. My SQL reader, data reader. Yeah, that is going to be SQL data reader equals command dot execute reader. Data table, and that's going to be dt equals new data table. Let's say dt we now want it to load up. Dot load the execute reader. Now, and I need to assign dt to my data grid view. So data grid view, that is going to be dot source, data grid view dot source, data source, and that is dt. I think that is that. Okay, let's call that. We'll call that this function. I'm going to call it inside my initialize component here. Okay, so come in and just paste. Okay, and that's it. So let's run that and see how it's going to work. Run. There we go. Look at that. Okay, brilliant. So one other thing I want to do is, see, when I click on this data grid view, I want all of the information to be shown here. So let's end that and go back in there. See the data grid view, select that and come right here where we have the properties. Go to events right here. Click on the event. We want cell click. So I'm going to double click on the cell click. There we go. Okay, we're going to use try cache in here. So I'm going to say try. All right, cache statement. Grab all of that, dump it right underneath here. And I'm just going to modify. So the message is going to be, let's say, comma, and let's enter. Just going to call this parameter student ID. Students, no, student database. All right, now comma, message box button dot okay. Okay, and enter another argument, message box icon error. Let's grab all of error icon. There we go. All right, and in here, inside the try itself, txt student ID dot text, and that is going to be equals data grid view 1 dot selected rows, that is 0 dot cell that is selected, that is cell number 0 as well. Okay, and let's say dot value dot to string. That's the first one taken care of. Let's enter parentheses. There we go. So I'm just going to copy this. Next one is the first name. First name, paste. Copy it like this. That's first name there, and this will become 1. Next is going to be surname. Paste. That's 2. Then we have address, txt address. Paste. 3. txt mobile. Txt. That's number 4. And txt email. There we go. Number 5. There we go. And that's it. Done. So if I click on the data preview now, I should be able to see all of this data. So come in here, select this. There we go. Look at that. Okay, you see that, guys? And it will make modification a bit easier. And just change this to Tom. Tom Sawyer. And that is going to be Little Venice. Add. There. Okay, you see, I've added that, but the problem is it didn't show Tom Sawyer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to also call that very function here. Let's see, where's the function? This very function, this very one. I'm going to call it inside add button, this very one. Double click and right underneath here, let's paste it right here. There. Okay. I've added up. I've called the function. Now let's run it one more time. Run. System execute, upload Tom Sawyer, and maybe let's improve that. Let's change this one to Grace Jones and change that. And where does she live? So let's say 99. 99. Well, okay, telephone number. There we go. And there we go. Grace email. So add here. Look at that. Okay. Brilliant. So what is left for us to do now is let's take care of updates, delete. Yeah, we have print to take care of as well. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. So take care of the updates here. First of all, let's just copy all of these from my add new. Okay, I want to grab hold of everything in here. Yeah, that'll do. Let's grab hold of all of that. Double click on update and paste that in here. Okay, and let's close this. Now, instead of my SQL statement here that says insert, I'm going to change this one to update. Updates students sets. So let's come in here and just change this to update up. Right. Okay. So let's do one thing. Plus in there, just want it to be much more readable. So the first one is going to be the student ID, and the student ID is going to be as follows. Scrub that to be equals student ID. That's it. Number one. Let's do this. Okay. Now we have student ID. Next, we need first name. The first name is going to be as follows. Grab will follow this. That's for first name. And surname. Let's move the surname. Then let's put comma here. Comma. And comma here as well. And next, that is address. Okay. Then we have mobile. Oh, let's put this address back where it was. Then we have mobile. A comma there. And we have, oh, right, that takes care of that. So in this case, we just need to say where student ID equals student ID. Okay, let's use that for our session. Equals student ID, where student ID is equals student ID. Equals that, where student ID at student ID, but this will be lowercase. There we go. All right, so that is that taken care of. Let's make sure it's all correct. All right, we have the parameters, and underneath here, let's declare an integer. Int, I'm going to call it rows affected. Okay, that will be equals command dot. That should be a dot. Dot execute null query. If rule affected is not less than 0, so okay, let's accept that. If it's less than 0, put that up. Okay, if role affected is less than 0, then I want the message box to say it is successful. Right, so message box dot show data data successfully updated. Okay, comma, so that's my title for that. And then I need message box button dot okay. And message box dot information, not error, information this time around. Let's change that to information dot information. All right, brilliant. Okay, we then say else. I'm gonna grab all of these. Copy that. else the message box should display a warning. So I'm going to change this to warning. And this will be no record was updated. Okay, let's change that to no record was updated. Okay, no record was updated. I'm going to change this to warning, without warning. Right, that is fine. Okay, one thing is, supposing, let me add 5 hash statements in case if there's any error. Okay, I can always copy that anyway here, have it somewhere here. The hash statement. There we go, where I have my multiple hash statement. I'm going to copy all of that. Okay, just go back in there to update. Right up here we have, let's say, try. Right underneath here, I'm going to paste the following. There we go. So that's update taken care of. Let me show it to you guys. I think we have, there we go. Yep. All right. So update is taken care of as well. Okay, so those are the lines of code for updates. I'm going to now try it out and just see how it's going to work. Just come right down. There we go. Okay, so let's run it and see. Click on run. Let's select maybe Tommy and change Tom and change that to Tommy, or let's say change the address to Goodman Close. And click on update. Yeah, it has successfully updated. There we go, look at that. But the problem is the updated data is now showing here. So when I click on this, I want it to automatically update as well. So let's close that and grab hold of the update command that I have in here. I think I have the update. There we go. The update function. So let's go back in here. Now I'm going to paste that right here. We'll paste that right underneath here. There we go. Okay, so once you update any fields, it will trigger this function. So let me run it one more time and select maybe all over. Change the address or change the name to Paul John, and change this as well. Okay, and click on update. So I expect to see the update up here. That should change to Paul John, and the phone number should change as well. There we go, look at that. Paul John, and the phone number changes as well. So that is good. Update is done. Now need delete. Let's take care of delete this one. So I'm going to exit out. Let's double click on the delete. All right, let's just grab hold of some few lines of codes here. So I'm going to grab hold of this. Let's say using connection, that would be equals new. Right, grab hold of that up to here. Let's grab it up to here because I'm going to use SQL statement in there. Copy, come right down here and just paste inside delete. All right, so here, get rid of this and just end this here with a semicolon and with a column. All right, then let's use try there. Try and open the database. Let's say command my command equals create command, and here that's where we have my SQL statement. Get rid of these, close that. Okay, my SQL statement in this case is going to be for delete, so let's delete in here from students and where the email, something like that here, where email equals at email. Okay, so let's end that. Then I'm going to say command dot parameters. Let's say dot add with value. And what value am I adding? That's going to be at email, which is going to be equals. So let's do folders, enter speech mark, comma, txt email dot text dot text. Hey, this should be uppercase. Now, let me grab hold of one or two things here. So I might as well use this. If the role affected is 0, let's grab hold of all of these. Up to here, yeah, up to here. Let's paste that in here. Okay, and I'm also going to, that is going to be integer. Let's grab all of that first. As role affected, up to integer. Then I'm also going to grab hold of this cache statement here. There we go, bring it down. That's my try statement and underneath it. So in this case, if the role affected is less than 0, that means record successfully deleted. So let's change this to record successfully deleted. Okay, so I'm just gonna get rid of all of this. Nice one. And the next one is no record found. No record found to delete. I can get rid of all of these. Okay, that's fine. Now, this is my statement in here, so I'm going to get rid of all of these and just use this error message. Now, let's get rid of this as well. That will do. Okay, let's see. Finally, I need to close the database as well. So let's come down here and just say, finally, dot close. Right. And underneath here, I'm going to call my update function. I think, what did I call it? There we go. Upload database. It's called that. There we go. That should take care of my delete. So have a good look at the lines of code for delete. Okay, have another look. And let's try that out. So coming here, let's select one of these and just click on delete. Should get rid of it from here. Yep. There we go. That's it. It's deleted from here. And we can also clear it from here if you want. So all you just need to do is, let me add this first. Add again. I'm going to come in here and let's grab all of the reset function. Where is it? Record successfully deleted, update, and the resets. ETN reset. There we go. Okay, now let's try it one more time. All right, let's get rid of Grace Jones. Delete. Okay, there we go. Grace Jones gone and it's gone from here. That is fine. So let's take care of print and paste, and we can call it the end of this project. Double click on print. Okay, we use let's use try cache in here first. Try and grab hold of cache statement here. Okay, and in here I'm going to declare the following. Let's say the height that is going to be equals data grid view dot height. Yep. Now data grid view dot height that is going to be called equal data grid view dot row count. Let's say multiply data grid view dot template. Let me do that. Dot row template. Dot height. Multiply that by 2. Okay, that takes care of that. Okay, next I now need to use my bitmap. I believe you guys can still recall my bitmap variable right up here. Yeah, right there. Okay, so I'm gonna go down here. So here we're gonna say bitmap, that is going to be equals new bitmap. New bitmap, that's going to be the data grid view height and width. Height. Let's say this one is dot width. Okay. Now, when I want to draw the bitmap, come right down here, data grid view dot draw to bitmap dot draw to bitmap. No bitmap. That's new rectangle. And I want it to be at the following coordinate 0 by 0, bitmap width and bitmap height. I'll set this and the height. Accept. Let's paste it in there so we know height. Nice one. So the next thing is, let's come down here and just call the print dialog. Let's come in here. You see my print dialog there? So here, how did I get this? If you come in here, you make sure you select print document and you print dialog. So let's assume I don't have them in there. Okay, come right here, toolbox, print documents, and you also need the print dialog, print preview dialog. There we go. Select the print document, come to the property of the print document, print preview dialog, and select document here. Drop it down, select print document 1. Okay, and that's it. Once that is done, let's go back to our print. Okay, with a print, we now want print preview, print preview, print preview dialog dot print preview dot print preview control dot zoom. That to be equals 1. Okay, this should be uppercase, lowercase here. There we go. Alright, so we now want print preview to show dialog dot show dialog there. And we want data grid view 1 dot height. That is going to be equals height. And that's all there is to that. Okay, that's fine. So here we can just say if there's any error, we want it to say as follows, comma, we can just say something there. MySQL Connect. That's the title. And message box, okay. And message box information. Message box icon information. This icon. and that takes care of my print. So if I come in here now, let's try the print out. Click on print. Let's see, nothing there. Okay, very good, at least it's working. Now to get it to print, I now need, you see this print document, double click on it, and all I need to do is just say e dot graphic and dot draw image. Let's just grab one draw, change that to image, and that's gonna be bitmap, comma 0, that's the coordinate, and that's for print. Okay, from here down here, and this is the command for print document. So let's run it. Run. Click on print. There we go. Look at that. So all you just need to do is to click on the print button. All right, that is working as we want. Now, finally, search. Okay, with the search, guys, I just have to speed this up. Here are the lines of code for the search. I have my try catch error handler, and if the search function search text box dot trim is now equals to empty, then the following do as follows. Okay, MySQL connect equals new SQL connection. There we go, guys. Alright, so you can search with either first name, ID number, first name, surname, address, or email. Okay, those are my command to search. So you can see the SQL statement, select from students where ID equals this, or surname equals this, and so on. And that's all there is to that. Have a good look at it. There we go, that's it. Done. I'll show it to you one more time. Okay, I'm going to run it now. I will try out the search. Okay, let's look for any of these. Supposing I need Sammy. So let's grab all of Sammy and click on search. Okay, it's saying address or wrong spelling. Let's go back in there and correct that. Address. Alright, believe that is that done. Run it one more time. Okay, let's search for Sammy. Search. There we go. Look at Sammy's details there. Okay, so and that's it, guys. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it the end of this beautiful tutorial. I suppose you guys enjoyed. Please do subscribe to my channel, and you can also join to become a member of the channel. You all have a nice day now, and bye for now. Goodbye.